tonight as well that we're going to go live with. We are going to talk about the benefits of hiring a professional. We're going to break this down into your whys. Because a lot of you guys think that spending money on a professional is not important, that you know your business very well, that y'all are very in tune with what's going on in your business. And that's not always the case. And it's not even about that part of it. It is about having a different perspective look at your company. How are people looking at your company? How are the outsiders looking at your company? How are the people who are coming in look at your company? So that's what we're going to talk about today. When you hire a professional is supposed to give you a different perspective of things that you don't see, or things you don't know about, or things you don't understand, and why those things are important to you. So, as you know, guys, I've launched a new marketing platform. IAmUniqueWright, IAmUniqueMarketing.com, and It'sUniqueWright.com, and these are my marketing platforms for coaches and businesses who want evaluation. If you don't want my coaching, then that's fine. I can actually give you a marketing evaluation. If you just want somebody to help you walk through your marketing with you, I can help you market your business and help you save thousands of dollars per month. If that's attractive to you, make sure you click the link in my bio or click the link down low in the comments if that does sound attractive to you. But at the end of the day, the goal today is to understand the purpose of hiring a professional to help you. You know, everybody who runs a business, they have a skill, right? Your skill is to make candles. Your skill is to make cakes. Your skill is to cut hair. Your skill is to know math, be an accountant. That is your skill, right? But your skill is not in marketing. Your skill is not in web design. Your skill is not in graphic design. Those are the things that your skill is not in. So you have to take in consideration what your skills are and what are you good at. And the time you spend, I know a lot of you guys are like, well, I need to learn everything about my business. Yes, but the time you spend learning certain things about your business and learning how to do certain things for your business from scratch, don't you think those are important times that you can learn how to actually learn your skill a little bit better, learn how to make candles better, learn how to, blend fragrances together better, learn how to do the financial side together, different tax breaks that these people that are out now learning all of that. Those are the things that you should focus on as a business, because you as a business have to grow into certain aspects, and people hire you because of your expertise, not because you know how to market. Now, if you're good at what you do, then you'll get a lot of word of mouth, right? So, but at the end of the day, if you're too focused on learning how to market your business, learning how to place your business on social media, learn how to build a website, if you're too busy doing those kind of things, then you'll never have the time to actually grow your business how you need successfully. Or it'll take a lot longer for you to grow it how you want to. So today is about hiring a professional. Now, when I say professional, there's all range of professionals depending on what you do, how you do it. You got web designers, you got marketers, you got business coaches, you got mentors, you have accountants, you have people who do HR people, hiring people, you have interior designers, you have all kind of different people that you have to bring into your business depending on what you do. You know, if you're opening up a storefront and you never did flooring before, I'm not going to tell you not to do the flooring, but wouldn't it just be cheaper and easier to hire somebody, pay them an extra, $500 for their experience just to do the flooring? And that's not what you do. Why at the same time, you'll hire somebody that, but you won't hire nobody to do your website because they made it look like it's so easy to build a website. And it's super easy for you to build this website out, right? It's not, because you don't even know how to lay out your website. So why don't you hire a marketing professional to lay out your website so that your website can do the things that it needs to do? You know what I mean? There's so many things that your business needs that you should hire professionals to do, to get help, those professionals help. And why? Because it saves you time and money. Those are two things. Time are one of the things. More time than money. So how much time are you spending doing things that you don't know how to do? Learning things that you don't know how to learn? How much time are you spending doing those things? Now, multiply that by your hourly rate of how much you charge your customers to talk to you or deal with you. Is it $25, $100, $75, $65, $10? Is that worth it? Because if you do that time, my average rate is $100 an hour. To talk to a client, for you guys to talk to me, is $100 an hour. So if I have to spend $100 figuring out how to program something or how to market it better to somebody else, then wouldn't that be cheaper if I don't know how to do it already? Now, I have a lot of background in web design, graphic design, marketing, and all of that. So on that side of it, that fits, I win on that part. But if those are the things that you don't do, and those are the things that you're not perfection at it, then that's what you shouldn't do. Now, can I tell you about your tax breaks on everything that you got going on in your business? I'm not a tax professional. I'm not an accountant. You know what I mean? I make myself proficient in building business systems and helping you get your business exposed and marketing it outside. That is my profession. I'm not a writer. I have ghostwriters. They write anything. I get my outline, they write my stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not a photographer. Can I take a picture or two? Sure, I can. Am I going to do your wedding photos? No. Am I going to do my photos for me? Unless it's mandatory? No. Just because you can do it doesn't mean that you should do it. Okay? Just take that in consideration. Just because you can do it does not mean you should do it. When you're marketing your business and trying to get your business out there to the masses, there's certain things that you don't know in marketing. And we're not saying that you should not learn. I believe you should learn as much information as you possibly can. But how much time does that take you from doing what you need to do? If you're a mortgage broker, you need to learn enough about marketing, about how to, who are you going to collab with, right? You need to have as many, what would you call those people? Real estate agents as you possibly can on your team. And that's how you collab. So those are the things you need to do in marketing. But that's not something you should focus on. You should just focus on building relationships with real estate agents so that they will refer you for their mortgages, right? And those are the things that you should learn. So we're going to bring on a guest tonight at 9:30, and we're going to talk about how she brings professionals in. And being a professional within yourself, there are certain things that you have to do and certain things that you have to understand what your strengths and weaknesses are. Everybody needs to know what their strengths and weaknesses are in building their business. And that's self-awareness, being aware of what you're doing, what you're saying, how you're moving, your ideas, your thoughts, your weaknesses. Again, like I said, if y'all know me, I'm not the best writer. Not gonna even be like, oh yeah, I'm a great writer. No, I'm not. Grammar is not my best friend. But anything creative, anything outside the box, anything logistic-wise, I can let you know how to do it. How to get things done is what are my things. How to organize things. How to make things work. How to get things to flow more efficiently is the best things that you can do for your business and the best things for you to have out there for your business. So making sure that things flow, things are efficient, things work better, things are easy. My thing is, why work so hard for money? If you have an efficient system, you don't have to work that hard. You set up automation. You set up things that are simply tasks so that it doesn't take that long for you to build that business. That's all it takes. But if you don't have those things in play, if you don't have those things put together, then you're going to have a problem when you are building your business. You're going to have a problem putting things together structurally. You don't have a system. If you don't have a system, then you can't tell anybody how to run your business. So what do? You build a system. If you don't know how to build a system, if you don't know how to write out a system, if you don't know how to get the flow together, then you hire somebody to help you analyze that so you can write it down. Now, there are certain things about your business and certain things that will make your business run easier and more efficiently, as well as if you had that system put in place. Right? So these are the things you need to do to have it. But you're looking at your business from the inside instead of the outside. Have any of you decided to be a customer in your own business? Have you done have you been on the other side of being the customer of your business? If anybody out there who has been a customer of their own business, like send a comment, a yes, or something up there telling me that you have been a customer of your own business. So you have to be a customer. You have to look at it on the side of the customer. When you look at your business on the side of a customer, that gives you a different level of expertise. If you walked into this establishment with unbiased, would you buy this? How much would you pay for it? How would you feel if they treated you like this? How does it feel? How does it look for you? Do you understand exactly what is going on? Do you appreciate the customer? Is the customer service up to par? Is the pricing up to par? How long did it take me to get my product that I put out there? How long did it take me to get it? Would I want to wait this long anywhere else? I'm a very impatient person. I like things to happen right now. I like to understand exactly what I'm walking into. Do I want to spend 20, 35 minutes? Because I value my time. So you have to value your customer's time. And you have to take all of these things into place when you are building your business, especially if you're doing a retail or your storefront business. How long would you want to wait? What kind of quality do you want? And most of you guys are not doing anything that's so special and so spectacular. But if you don't have a system or a process in place on how long it takes for this to happen, then it looks like you're very unorganized. A wrap should not take more than 10 minutes to make. 8 minutes max. Probably 5. If everything is where they need it to be, you should be able to put that sandwich together within 5 to 8 minutes. Anything else? Websites should take about, depends on the client, a week, 2 weeks to 45 days. Depends on the functionality of everything. Buying a house. How long, if you got perfect credit and a down payment and you're good to go, all your financials everywhere, you should be able to buy a house in 30 days. Right? Now, if you don't got all of that together, then it goes upon the customer and the relationship of the other person who is being involved into it. So making sure you take those kind of things in consideration. What are your variables? What are your factors? What are multiple things that you have going on? What are situations that are being presented to you? Those are the things that you have to take in consideration when you are building your business and building out your system. My biggest pet peeve is when people start a business and want to be cheap. You gotta spend money to make money. You have to buy the equipment. I got lights, I got camera, I have tripods, I have microphones, I have everything, monitors, I have everything that I need to run my business. And now I'm at only ground 1. Now, but I have ground 3 equipment. And why is that? Because I know my business is going to grow. I know my business is going to be successful. So I want to be prepared, because the worst thing is when it starts to move and it starts to groove. I don't want to have to worry about, did the equipment come? Is it been shipped? I might need 2-3 more pieces of equipment for my business, and it'll be great. Give me a little video camera and give me some other stuff, and I got everything else. I can make my studio wherever I want to. I could be in a hotel room, in the middle of Vegas, in the middle of Bali, in the middle of Dubai. Y'all won't know the difference if I line my cameras up right. As long as I bring my tripods and my microphone, got my laptop, got everything else I need. But that's what you have to do when you are building your business and making sure that everything is there for you. You have to make sure your system. At 8:30 every night on Wednesday, I start setting up my studio. And I start making sure my lighting is right, making sure I'm on all of the podcast, all of the platforms that I need to be on. I have everything set up. I can go from one location to the next location with this setup with no problem. Got my backdrop. Can do it in the real drop, whichever one works. But it is all about making sure that you can do what you have to do on the fly. Your business should be able to. If I leave right now and somebody was able to take this over, I could take a picture of this. I can have written details of how you are supposed to run my podcast. And if I want to call, they can run the same way. Everything is logged in. They go to these 4 or 5 platforms. You just push the button and you go. And those are the things that you need to have in place. When I say, hey, go to my link in my bio, everything that you need to find me or contact me or I'm talking about is in the link in the bio. Click it. Try it out. Everything, my website. It's IAmUniqueWright.com. IAmUniqueMarketing.com. All of those things are perfectly in line so that you can run your business and to create that system. In those my new 2 websites, I just hire somebody. Yes, I know how to build websites. I am a web designer. Do I want to spend the time building my own websites? No, because I prefer to focus on talking to you and talking to my clients. Because that takes me time. And the funny part is when I'm trying to build my own stuff, it is way more complicated for me to build it because I'm so biased on it. So this is why I say, as a professional in your field, you actually have to get help. Because I'm a professional, I'm a graphic designer, I don't do my own graphics. Why? Because I look at it differently than what you would look at it. I expose myself differently to what you look at it. I have other people do a lot of stuff for me that I do know how to do. Why? Because I am so personally attached to the business. And you have to pull yourself away so that you can get other people's perspective and others' perspective on how your business should run. And things that are missing. And then make sure that functionality is where it needs to be so that you can move with your business. You know what I mean? So those are the things that you need to do to make sure that you have your business in the right spectrum where it needs to go. So making sure that all of those points are where you need it to be. You know what I mean? When you are building your business and when you are doing when you are building everything out that you want. You gotta make sure everything is in order. Everything has a process. I have a flyer that goes out for my business, for my people who are coming on to the podcast. There's a list of instructions. There is everything that they need to call it. I do all of this so that I don't have to worry about it when I'm on live. You know what I mean? You know, the worst thing I gotta do is follow up to make sure that they are ready to call in and they are about what they are going to do. So all of this has to do with building your business and making sure that you have a professional outlook. Now, accounting. Let's go into accounting. Now, I'm not always talking about business coaching or marketing professionals. That's what I do. So that's the people who I want you to hire because I want you to hire me, right? Of course. Duh. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing is you need an accountant. You need a tax professional. You need somebody who understands how to run the finance side of your business. You need an HR company who helps you hire and fire what you need for HR. You need a different professional company to actually qualify and do things for your business. I'm sorry about my phone ringing. It's about to hang up. So you need those business professionals to make sure that they manage your business at a proper way. Okay? So take that all in consideration when you are building your business. When you're doing the things that you need to do to build your business. If you're already, it's no different than if you need to hire an electrician would you run electricity in your own house? Would you run your own plumbing if you were building a new house? Would you build your own new house? Do you have those capabilities? Now, I'm not talking to the plumbers. I'm not talking to the electricians. I'm talking to those people who do those things that are like that. So we're about to bring on my special guest tonight and talk to her about the important things that she brings into the table and how she uses different professionals to grow her business and make things popular. So let's bring her on. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you tonight?
Hey, I'm blessed. Blessed to be the best.
That is awesome. So the topic of tonight's podcast is how do you seek professional help for your small business? And I mean that on all realms. So tell everybody who you are, what your business is, and then we can break it down the topic.
Okay, great. How everybody doing? So my name is Boss Lady, and I run a label and a management company called Nubian God Entertainment, which is actually based here in Atlanta, Georgia. And basically, we provide services for all indie artists, any up-and-coming artists, any actors, just basically anybody that needs management and guidance inside the industries. And then also, I run a public relations agency too. So we work with a lot of celebrity artists throughout the world.
That is super awesome. So with that being said, how do you hire professionals doing what you do? This is my analyzation of your business, right? So you deal with artists. You need a recording studio. You need photographer. You need a videographer. You need you do publicists, but you need somebody to build out their website. You need somebody to help market them. You need a social media marketer. Do you hire those professionals, or do you try to do all of that on your own?
I get reached out a lot from a lot of different people. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I get reached out a lot by a lot of people that does marketing, people that are the producers, engineers, photographers. So basically what we do is we have sit-down meetings. We set up a meeting not only with me, but me and my team. So I have investors, and I have actually a co-partner that works with me. So we kind of like all sit down, have a meeting with these people, go over their resumes, kind of sit down and listen to what they can bring to the table to help our team to advance more and become greater. So it's just that I try to give people opportunities. But sometimes you have a lot of folks out there that, have false resumes to where, they'll tell you one thing and then it turns out, their services is really not what it seems.
I agree with you. That is one of the hardest parts. Go ahead.
Yeah, it really is the hardest thing, because it's like you want to help everybody grow, especially people who's starting off, and then some people who've been in the game for so many years, and they try to come back out. But it's just that sometimes you have to be careful who you work with, because a lot of these people might be only just to be part of what you got going on just for the season, just to up and leave and take what they want from you or take what you got going on and move on to the next. So when it comes to hiring or looking for people to be part of the team, I'm really big on loyalty. So that's always the big number one question I ask a lot of people that come into Nubian Guy Entertainment. What is it that you're looking to get out of NGE? What are you looking to get out of working with my team? Because I consider my team family. So if we're growing as a family and we're building, I want everybody to still be part of that. I don't need anybody. Like, Nubian Guy Entertainment is not revolving doors. You're not just going to come in and then leave out and then come back.
Right.
So the hiring process for my company, it does get kind of frustrating every now and then. But that's why it's always good to have second, third, or fourth opinions around you while you're in that process.
I agree. And the thing is one thing is, I've done a lot of hiring and PR, or not hiring, or HR work. Can you turn down the, I'm not sure where you have me at, so we don't get the feedback.
Uh-huh.
We got crazy feedback coming from you. Do you have me on speakerphone? You have me on speakerphone?
It just jumped on the car. Give me 1 second. Okay, say that one more time.
All right, so building out a business, hiring somebody is crazy hard. It is crazy hard for you to do that sometimes, like you said, because people lie about what they're good at and lie about their resume. So when you're hiring somebody,
right?
I do a lot of hiring for people. I don't even read your resume. You know why I don't read? I don't even why bother? Because when I worked in corporate America, when I worked to get a 9-to-5 job, you know what I put on that resume? What you wanted me to put on that resume so that you will hire me, right? Now, do I know how to do the job? Possibly. I can figure it out. But every business, you have to train that individual to do certain things. Now, if I say, hey, I'm proficient in Word, Excel, Microsoft Office, and I know how to type, and my grammar is 100% and it's perfect, and then you send me an email and I spell there with the THER instead of a THIR, and then I misspell half of the words, now you know that I'm lying. So in my first 90 days evaluation, you're gonna be like, hey, Unique, every other word in this email was spelled wrong. Do you even know how to create a good sentence? That's why I'm not nobody's administrative assistant. I am not an administrator. I will hire some. I don't do that. I'm not proficient in that. So that's not what I do. Now, if you're like, hey, boss lady, Unique, I'm gonna hire you to build out the system and run this program so that it can be efficiently me, I can tell people what to do. I know who we need to hire. I know what equipment we need to buy. I know equipment we need to rent. How can we do this more efficiently? Tell me what your budget is. We can work in that budget. Those are the things I do. You know what I mean? So people, when you're hiring somebody, you have to give them, I believe, if you're going to hire them and see if they're going to work, I give them the benefit of the doubt and jump. I pay them dirt coming in. You're going to get paid pennies. Why? Because I need you to prove yourself before you walk in the door. If you can do this A, B, C, or D, then in 90 days, I'll give you what you asked for. If you say, I'll make you $1 million in 90 days, and you make me $1 million in 90 days, and you ask me to pay you $100,000 a month or $100,000 a year for that, I'll pay you that because you made it for me, right? So, but that is how you have to kind of analyze hiring a professional. And as professionals, you got to show your value. You got to show your worth. You got to tell people what you're good. You got to show people, not tell people. You have to show people what you are good at. Because, hey, you're a music producer, and I say, yeah, I want to be a singer. I want to be an actress. And you're like, girl, you need this, and this, and that. Right?
Yeah, but it's just kind of hard because, like, even now, with me, my name has become bigger than what it used to be 2 years ago. So I'm always getting approached in public. My DMs on Instagram stay blowing up. So I had to kind of let go and hire me an assistant. Even with me hiring an assistant, she threw me a resume. I went over the resume. I read through it. I'm like, okay, this sounds good, but how about we do this? I'm going to put you on a 30-day probation. I want to see how you move and how you can handle, my calendar, how you can handle my booking, how you can handle my emails, everything. The first 2 weeks, she did awesome. She was on point. She was on time. If I had a show, she was right there. If I had to go out of state, she had my flight timing on point. You staying at such and such hotel. You got to check it at this time. And it was pretty cool. And before her, it was just like I was handling everything by myself. So that's why I had to create a business page. So I got my Facebook, which is Nubian Guy Entertainment. And on there, I have mad people that send me resumes for all different positions. Management, I got people that want to be my photographer. I got people that want to be an A&R. And I'm just like that. Like, I'm getting smacked with all this. So that's why I use my assistant. And, like, I explained to her, hey, look, whatever resume you go through off that, pick the top 5. Top 5 that you think is pretty good. And what I'll do is I'll put them to test.
Right.
Because it's like, I want to give people opportunity, even though, like you just said, some people might just put anything on a resume. I know I did. Growing up, when there was plenty of warehouse jobs, there was plenty of office jobs, corporate office jobs that I wanted to work at. And I was like, if I tell them the truth that I've never had experience in it, they're not going to hire me.
Right.
But if I go in and put on there and lie and say that I do have experience, and I just make up a company name that I used to work for, and just give them my mother's phone number and just have them call her. And just coach my mom to say, hey, look, if they call.
Facts.
If they call, you just tell them, yeah, I was with you for 3 or 4 years.
Right, that part. Give me a check.
But nowadays, you do have some people that still do what we used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
But then you got some that they are really honest about their experiences. So there's some people that don't have no experience and they'll put 0. And then they'll still be like, okay, well, I went to school for this. Just at least give me a try or give me a chance. And those are the genuine people that I really respect more than the ones that could come to you and say, hey, I know I put it down on the air that I have no experience, but just hear me out.
Right. And you know what?
I'm great at this. I'm good at... No, go ahead.
No, I appreciate those people. Those people that walk in the door saying, I don't know, I want this job, I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't like those people. Why? Because they're teachable and they're trainable. So that you will learn my system and how I run things in how I want things to be ran. So I was always the person who was honest on my resume. Well, part of it, until I figured out you had to lie to get a real job.
Right.
That part.
Wow, you start figuring it out like
right.
Get older, like hold up. When you this whole time, I could have just went on my resume and just posted just anything.
Right. But the thing is that it depends on what kind of job you're looking for. See, you're a small business. I'm a small business. And the people I work for are small businesses. So the truth matters with small businesses, because I don't care about your education. You don't need an MBA or a master's to do what I'm doing. I need you to be trainable and to be teachable for what I need to be done. And that's the biggest part of it. Are you teachable? Are you trainable? Are you willing to learn if you want to work for me? Now, no, it's not going to be easy.
And listen.
And listen. Yes.
They got to be able to learn and listen, because if they can't listen, they're not going to learn anything. They're going to be against everything that you're trying to teach them, and it's like you're wasting your time.
Right. And the funny part is that goes with coaching. So even when I'm coaching people, professionals, when I'm coaching people, you have to think about it. I'm looking at your business from a different perspective. Say you hire me to walk into your entertainment company, and I'm looking at your business, and I'm like, yo, you got everybody in here smoking weed, nobody's being productive, and you just spent, $500 for the last 4 hours for them to be in the studio, and all they did was smoke weed all day. Right. We know the industry, and we know Atlanta. This is what they do. 10 hours later, 4 o'clock in the morning, y'all want to sit up here and start rapping. No, that's my money. That money you just spent. You could have came in at 3 o'clock, so only had to pay the engineer for 2 hours. Y'all just want to light up, try to sell your weed on you know what I mean? I've been in all these industries. I've been in Atlanta for 20 years, love. I've seen the worst. I've been in the music industry. I've been in the fashion industry. I've been in the art industry. I've been in small business. I've been in the beauty industry. I've seen it all. And that is the thing, is like, yeah, and a lot of it coming down to it is just managing time and managing money. And you can't be at every studio. You can't be at Patchworks and in what's the other one up there in Gwinnett County? You can't be up there both at the same time. You gotta be a one or the other. Yeah. So then you gotta send your assistant up there. Right. Say your assistant like to blow too. So she's smoking with the people who's supposed to be recording and telling you, yeah, we doing good stuff. High as a fucking kite. So there's different systems you have to put in place to make sure all of this is being monitored, and you have to have an unbiased person in those systems, and that's just that's true. But then you know the industry as well. So there's certain things that you're gonna have to deal with and play with while you're dealing with it in the industry. Being in the industry.
That's like my A&Rs. When I hire A&R reps, my first thing for them is y'all can't be starstruck.
Right.
Like, you really got to go into this business and make it seem like you've been here before. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not hiring a bunch of groupies. I don't need groupies. If I needed groupies, I pick those up every day inside the club if I wanted some groupies.
Right.
That's everywhere that I go.
You can get them for free.
I'm trying to hire some real professional people that can go in, do their job, and leave. Not go in, do your job, and then you hanging with the celebrity artist smoking a blunt in the studio, chilling and kicking it, and they're like, yeah, you went here, invited me to such and such party. That's not what we're doing.
Right.
No, we're not doing none of that. Your focus is the artist that you're working with, and then bringing that artist that you're working with into the establishment of a higher up artist. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why, like, around my A&R, they already know when it comes to me, I'm so serious about my company. Like, what everybody don't understand is that here in America, in corporate America, even though they call this the man's world, they think that the music industry is supposed to be a man's world too. If you actually look back in the day, it was ran by women and men, so it was unisex. So there wasn't no balance of who ran what. It's just that men felt as though that they opened more doors for anybody than women. They made more moves than women. So with me coming to Atlanta, and shout out to Miss Deb. Miss Deb is actually my mentor. You know what I'm saying? I know her all the way back in the day from New York.
She's cool as hell.
When I come to Atlanta, so when I come to Atlanta and I don't have no man for nobody to answer to, I don't got a man that is literally my partner in this business, it becomes a little hard because a lot of these men that is in this music industry wants to talk with a woman all the time. They don't want to do business with a woman. They don't want to sit down and talk about contracts and bookings and everything like that with a female because they feel as though, you know, man, I need to talk to a man on this because they're going to understand me more than she does. No, not really.
Well,
when I created a new...
I'm going to rebuttal you on that one. Because in the industry, when I was in it, I got more respect as being a female than I did as a man because I still wasn't timid. I voiced my opinion like I was a nigga. Like, nah, nigga, we ain't doing that shit. Who want to do that? Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, and that's what they appreciate, that aggression. They appreciate that aggression. But you got to also understand that, like with me, I'm an aggressive woman. I come off aggressive, especially when I'm handling business. I'm very aggressive. But a lot of these guys, and most of our business partners are males, and I hear this from them all the time, and we have conversations about this. It's crazy. How they look at it is, a lot of women come here, they'll start a business, they come off flirt. They come off, oh, okay, well, if I give you this, you know, you're going to put me on. You know, they're used to that. They're not used to an aggressive woman. The women that comes off aggressive, those are the ones that are going to respect. They go, okay, I'm going to fall back. It's about her business. It's nothing more, nothing less. It's about business.
Right.
But then you also got to understand there's some women out here that runs a business and runs a company to where they feel as though, okay,
my titties are going to talk for me.
Face and a smile, they got to do more.
Right. No, all my titties on my ass are going to talk for me. In the A. I'm walking around here naked because y'all not going to respect me if I'm not. But see, that becomes, even though we're changing topics, that becomes more of a mental ethic and a self-esteem issue. When I deal with men, I work in the male industry. I worked with barbers. I worked with people in industrial industries all my life. I dealt with men all my life. So when I come across like, yo, no, you're not going to get no goods. But the funny part is, I'm single, but married, but I'm going to flirt with you, but not flirt with you all at the same time. We're going to laugh and giggle and kiki, and you're going to wish you could get some of this, but you will never smell it. You know what I mean? Never. All in the same breath. Because my money's on the line. This is about being a female professional out there and dealing in a man's world. When your money is on the line, when you start sleep, they lose straight respect for you if you start sleeping with them, or you start flirting too hard with them, or you wear too skimpy a clothes. You can be sexy, but don't be erotic. You can be, and as long as you can be timid. You can, and as a female, you can be timid, but you gotta be aggressive and dominant all in the same breath. Okay, baby, I understand what you're saying. I'm stroking your ego. I'm going to stroke your ego. But, nigga, this is what we need to do because this is going to cost you this, this, and this, and this. Period. Now, if you don't want to do that, then, you know, you go find somebody else who's going to fuck off your money. Y'all can have a good time. Let's go to the strip club. Let's throw some wines. But at the end of the day, you know you need to figure out how to make that a tax write-off. Period.
That's true. But that's the reason why See, how I feel is I look at it like this, and I was just talking to a friend of mine. She's a multi-billionaire female who has a billionaire company and business. She travels the world to work with a lot of top of the line folks. And like I was telling her, I feel like if we all, Black African American women can come together, support each other's business, support each other's movement, I feel like we can really grow out here as a unity, because I see it every day that, like for instance, I can have my business and then you can be on the other side of the river and your business can be popping more than mine. I be seeing so many females throw so much shade and so much hate on each other, and it's like, why? Because she's making 10 figures more than what you're making, because she's working with bigger clientele than you are. You can do the exact same thing. All you gotta do is just open your mouth and act like how she's doing it.
Right.
It might be some misinformation down the line while we're building our business and while we're moving along, to where somebody else's information can help us out to grow even larger.
Right.
And that's how I look at it. Like, that's why I don't mind supporting other people's businesses. That's why I don't mind, looking out for other folks, because with them, they might have something greater or a connect that I might need. Most of my investors came from somebody else.
Right.
And that's all because I opened up my mouth and I said, look, I know what I'm doing, because I went to school for this. I got my master's in business administration, marketing, and management. So I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing when I'm hiring. I know what I'm doing out here as far as the industry. But I'm missing something. I'm really missing something to where it can help my company become bigger instead of small. What am I missing? I might need your help. I need some help with this. Because honestly, I've been literally doing everything by myself in the beginning. When Nubian God Entertainment first started 3 years ago, it was just me. I did everything from being a booking agent, a role manager, a publicist, Then I went from being private security. I'm doing everything.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna pause you real quick. So, what do you think? As a professional speaking to another professional, who do you think can help you grow your business to where you need it to be? What skill level do you need them to have that you're missing? Have you analyzed yourself and figured out what you're good at and what you're not good at?
I have. Yes, I have.
So what? Name 2 things you're not good at.
I am bad at booking. I am the worst at being a booking agent. That's one thing that I'm bad at. I can get people, to the promoters of these clubs, because I get hit up by promoters each and every day. But when it comes to talking about contracts, and then, the booking ticket, in, back in, putting together the flyer, like, I'm bad at that. So that's why I hired a booking agent. I have a booking agent. She does that for me. I don't touch on that at all. I'm also not too good on, I started off being an investor. Okay. But then that became more into me, more taking care of people. So now I have investors that are willing to put in money, but they put the money into the right artists that I bring to the table. So I don't even do that anymore. So I don't invest anymore. I just go in and I just find my investors. But between booking and stuff like that, I'm horrible at that. But as far as managing, I know how to manage everything. Everything is always boils down to paperwork. So I'm constantly doing paperwork. I'm constantly the main one is sitting inside big time meetings. So I'm a good spokesperson. I'm very good at convincing people into buying in or buying out. That's always been me,
So you're a closer.
I'm just being a true hustler.
You're a closer. Because some people are salespeople, but they aren't closers. See, I'll be honest. I'm not one to get people to believe in me. But if I have a spokesperson to believe in me, and you send, say, friend Shaniqua comes and brings you to me, and she's like, "Oh yeah, Unique does marketing well. She's great at marketing." Da 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 da. Now I can close you, but I ain't gonna look for you. I'm not. I guess I'm not a scouter, but I'll close a deal. You put any deal in front of me, I can close it. I mean, no, realistically, like I pride myself on that shit. I'm like, I could make you buy. I could, as long as I can get you in front. If I can get you in front of me for a good 45 minutes or a few minutes, I can get you to close. All I got, because I'm gonna figure out your weakness. I can figure out your weakness. I'm gonna figure out your strength, and then I'm gonna feed on that, and I'm gonna get you to close. So I'm a closer. I'm not an opener, but I'm a closer.
Crazy is that you learn that you learn more of that being, like you said, a salesperson. If you have any type of sales experience, you're going to learn that. Like, I learned how to sell when my very first job was selling Kirby vacuums.
Cutco knives. Cutco knives.
They used to come to your door, knock on your door.
How old are you?
Throw the pitch. Right there. You got to be on point.
How old are you?
The pitch in. I would be 37 January 19th.
And you sell Kirby vacuums at 37?
No, this was like years ago.
No. I meant when you were a teenager. Wow, they still had those? Like, okay, so my thing was Cutco knives, but go ahead.
Yeah, so that literally was my very first job as a salesperson, was selling Kirby vacuums. Like, before you went out into the field, they taught you the marketing strategy.
Yep.
They taught you the pitch.
Yep.
And they taught you the closure.
Yep.
Once you get their attention and they're interested, you got them. Let's go in the door and let's do the demonstration.
Can you get 4 yeses?
Once you did the demonstration, yes. So it's like, now the next step, let's do the closure. You know, hey, here go the paperwork. You know, you just fill this out, put your first and last name on. I got 6 of them in the car right now, and I can bring one in. And you can send your payment right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's all about sales, and you can close it out so fast. So for me to learn that at such a young age and use that in my life, now when I'm in a position of my own and I'm working for my own self, that's why can't nobody tell me no. Nobody can say, boss lady, no, we're going to go ahead and pass. Because they know what I'm telling them is real.
Right. That part.
They know it's real. They know that what I'm selling to them is going to make them triple the amount of what they're making right now.
Wow.
And then I always strategize the situation so that way they can be like, you know what, she right. Hey, bro, you hear what she just said? Man, I ain't never heard nobody come to me like this, or I ain't never heard nobody come at me and tell me information like this, or put the numbers together like that. Yes. Yeah, we all can eat. That's what you do.
I'm gonna pause you for a few minutes. I'm sorry. But you know what? Wow. That is. It took me a second to recognize all of this, and when you said it made me feel some type of way. So when I was your age, or when I was 18, 19, it was Cutco knives for me. These were $100. These were $59 line knife set, and I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina. Nobody gonna pay $50 for one knife. I didn't have them kind of friends. I saw one set of those Cutco knives to one girl that I met in nail school. One set. And she just was at nail school because she didn't want to be in the house with her husband. That's another story. But the funny part is, the next thing when I moved to Atlanta, the one thing about ATL, you'll get these sales jobs in Atlanta and they will teach you how to sell. life insurance. If you are young, if you're under 25 years old, and they got these multi-level marketing jobs, go to their sales classes. I'm not telling you to sell their products. No, that's not what I'm saying, to sell multi-level marketing products. But if you go to their sales classes and you learn their sales pitches, I go to stuff to learn pitches now. I go to my network marketing. I go to these real estate class things to learn a pitch. Just to refresh my pitch. Because if you can get 4 yeses out of a person, then I'm going to buy. They're going to buy from you. And if you can play on their emotions one way or the other, they will buy whatever it is, shit on the stick from you. If you can make them feel that shit on the stick will benefit them one way or the other one day, then they'll buy from you. Not even today, just one day. And that is the thing about sales, and that's the thing about a professional. A professional will go the extra step. Like, I'm going to go to these network marketing classes to learn how to manipulate people's words. Your words manipulate people's way they're thinking. And when I sold life insurance, they was like, the funniest pitch was, would you want to leave the burden of your burden of your death on your family? How would you make how would that make you feel? Wouldn't that make you feel so upset that your loved one left that burden to feel? So now I'm just tapping into your feelings and I'm tapping into your finances all at the same time. So having this life insurance right now will help you establish and not leave this burden and this stress upon your family. Don't you see all these GoFundMes out here now that people have to do when they don't have no life insurance on their children? For $9.95, you can have term life insurance, which will bury your child, or anybody in your family for this amount of money. Doesn't that sound great?
90 seconds.
And that's the shit that they tell you to say. You're like, damn, it sounds good, but it's not nobody can say.
They're having you thinking like, you know what?
Right.
I really want to leave this up.
But at the end of the day, you as a salesperson, you have to believe the shit that you're selling. That's all the thing. But we're at the last 90 seconds of my podcast.
60 seconds.
What I want you to do is give out your shout out. Tell people who you are, who needs to find you. If you are seeking entertainment help, she's the person to go to. If you want to be in the industry, she's the person to go to. She'll either tell you, yeah, you worthy or you're not. So tell them where they can find you. You got 30 seconds. It's your elevator pitch. You got 30 seconds.
Right. I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's back at home in New York, Philadelphia, Jersey, all over the world, basically. I show love to everybody. Shout out to YSL. That's really my top number one clientele. And I know Young Thug is listening in, so shout out to him too. If y'all want to find me, y'all do Facebook. I'm on Facebook as Nubian God Entertainment. If you're looking for me on Instagram, my Instagram is N as in Nancy, G as in God, E _ D as in dog, A _ movement. Y'all can DM me. Sometimes my marketers might hit y'all back, but I'm always checking my messages. So y'all can reach out to me anytime. My email address is antoinettekendrick2@gmail.com. If y'all want to send me any type of music, any type of proposals, resumes, or whatever, that y'all can reach me out for that. So, but I do appreciate you for having me on air. Miss Ray, it was definitely a wonderful time speaking with you.
I appreciate that, and I'm grateful. We'll have to chat things up offline and talk about your needs and your wants in your industry and what you can do. Because I've been in the A for a minute, and I've been in the music industry and know a lot about the music industry when people used to do open mic in the underground, and now the underground is back open. And man, it's crazy. But as I say, that industry is fun. It's a good time. It is a great time. I don't love it. I'm not in love with the music industry because them motherfuckers is broke and cheap. So
love it because I like still being around the music, making my own schedule, and traveling the world. That's something I can really get out of it right now.
The entertainment side of it is the fun, but use your skills and make sure because all of that can get old. And the same thing, make sure that you have another skill set. So make sure that you're able to teach somebody how to do your job and be the professional that you want to, because there's so many people out here who want to be in the industry, who want to be successful in the industry, and the crazy part is they have no foundation. They don't even know what it takes and know the level of dedication, because they think they got Instagram and YouTube and TikTok that they can be famous. It doesn't happen like that all the time. It's a lot more work and a lot more dedication to become a Jay-Z, a Beyonce, a Young Jock, a Jeezy. What is it? What's this dude? What's the gay boy name? And not Carly B, the one who goes down. I love his song. What's his name? Oh, I just had a brain fart. Damn.
What is his name? It's stuck on my tongue. I can't even.
Yeah. So the one that goes down the serpent and that I respect him. Whoever his marketing person, whoever did his graphics,
it's awesome.
It's awesome.
It's awesome, and that's all it really takes on his behalf is the marketing.
Right, and because you got 100 haters and you got a million haters. Do you know that I prefer hate? When you get older, you understand that having a million haters is so much better than to have a million fans. Because your haters are gonna spend more time in the music industry. Having a million haters is much better than have a million people who love you. Because in the music industry, those million haters are going to amplify your business 8 times more than the people who love your business. What is the name of the serpent guy who does the? What's the name of him? What's his name?
Which one?
The guy who he's just new in the industry. Hold on.
Oh, you mean Lil X?
Nas X.
Yeah.
Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X. That's what I'm talking about right now. That guy, he's a winner. He's the millennial prince.
He is. I just feel bad that NBA YoungBoy sold more records than he did all the same week.
You're right, but LGBT stick together, and he created a fantasy. And his again, what I just say. If you look at his YouTube, he got 1 million plus people who hate him. You know what? Mm-hmm. All of that helps with publicity. That's the messed up part that people don't understand. Is that negative publicity in the social media world brings traffic to you. That's why that's why the biggies fought with Tupac and all of the battles, rap battles and everything happened because people wanted to see the controversy. It was no real life controversy in that industry. They loved each other. They was besties. They had a meeting and said, yo, I'm going to beef with you today. And we're going to start a fight. We're going to make people like the drama. That's why he wins. That's why.
Like both our albums is dropping. And so it's going to cause people to buy our album.
Right. Let me create some beef. Let me create some tension. Let me create. That's what the consumers want. Real talk. Mm-hmm. Consumers want the tension. Consumers want the bullshit. This is after hours. We over the limit. So anything I say, it is what it is. We off topic. So the consumers want that BS, right? When you watch ATL School, don't you get excited about the car fires and the car chases and the bullshit you see on there? Fuck fuck them giving away food to the homeless. They show good shit. Giving away to the homeless. We don't care about them giving the bikes to the kids. Who cares? I want to see a car on fire in a car chase. Somebody ran through the woods with the infrared. That's what we want to see, right?
Right.
That's sad, but I mean that's real shit. That's what we want to see. That's what holds our entertainment. So, with all that being said, guys, we're gonna log off because I know this is 7 minutes after what we were supposed to be on schedule to entertainment, after hours entertainment, and the fun BS that we have out there and the things that we are going to do and growing. So if you don't know how to do something, this is my PSA. If you don't know how to do something, hire a professional. If you can't afford a professional, then kind of, hire an intern. And it's going to school for the things that you want to go to, that you need them to do, and train them to do it. Learn it a little bit so you can train them to do it how you want to do it. So this is I Am Unique, your DIY coach, and this is Boss Lady on here. And follow her, like her, and share her stuff. And make sure you guys share this for all information that's out here, okay?
All right, guys.
All right, I'll talk to you later. I appreciate your time.
No, thank you. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Fired up, boy. You fired up, baby. Make your haters your motivators.
No, but that means she was in the music industry, so that's.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Blog Talk Radio.
That's
Boss Lady. That's what's up, baby. I like it. Little Nas X.
I mean, he is. That's what she was saying. Like, the other dude sold more records, but Nas X got more publicity.
All day, every day.
Yeah, because he knew how to trick the trickers.
Trigger Boosie talk about him on Vlad TV all day. They went to Vlad TV. He went on fucking B. What on
Man.
She did that, boy. Did that, baby. Did that. That's eventful day. He was busy making stuff happen.
Yes, baby.
It's cold shit outside. God damn, who called Jack Frost, man? Damn. He lighting people up, ain't he?
Huh?
Who called Jack Frost?
Man.
Cause he's
brought him here.
Cause he's out of control, boy. It feel like DC. Shit.
Hey guys, how are you?
Oh, it's starting over? No, it sounds like it's playing again.
Is it just playing or recording or is it?
I don't know. What's up? What's it doing?